I understand that you have retired, you're 50-0, you walked away from the game, you made a lot of money, but you made more money than any boxer in history. But I'll be damned if you're gonna be on this show and I ain't gonna ask you, are you thinking about coming back Floyd Money Mayweather with the Terence Crawford, with a Manny Pacquiao?
Great career, a tremendous career, an unbelievable career. But, I mean, once again, we can't judge a guy. A guy is not great because he won one fight. To become a legendary great fighter, you must continue to go out there and beat good fighters.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. responded to Terence Crawford after Crawford suggested he was the better fighter. Mayweather defended his place in boxing history, pointing to his undefeated record, multiple championships, and years of success at the highest level. In Floyd's view, those achievements are why he deserves to be considered one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
She did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd did.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
Terence Crawford remains confident in his own abilities and believes he is the more complete fighter. Crawford has said he would trust himself against a prime Floyd Mayweather Jr., believing his versatility, ring intelligence, and ability to change styles could give him the advantage.
I'm Floyd.
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters.
Shane Mosley believes Terence Crawford could have beaten the later version of Floyd Mayweather, but not the prime Floyd. Mosley said a younger Floyd had greater speed, aggression, and offensive explosiveness, making him a much more dangerous opponent.
Like he's hungry and he's gonna come after you. Mayweather's very tricky, but at the same time, Crawford will go right-handed and left-handed. So it would be a big problem for Mayweather. And if Mayweather gets hit with Crawford, like I hit him and Rock, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him trying to hit him hard all the time. The only person that I see that I can kind of like equate to, and this I think Crawford would have the edge, is Castillo. When Castillo fought Mayweather the first time. And fights like that, Mayweather has problems with Crawford. Because Crawford is hard, Crawford's very...
Mayweather has always defended his status among boxing's greatest fighters. His perfect 50-0 record, championships in 5 divisions, and victories over major names such as Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez have made his legacy one of the strongest in modern boxing.
One of the great counterpunchers, one of the great boxers, one of the great fighters. I know he didn't get on his resume what was on the resume of some of these guys, but you can only beat the guys in your era. You can. I know he beat a couple really good guys in his era, and they were a little late. It was a little like Pacquiao was one of them. It was late in their careers. It wasn't when they were in the prime of their careers. I acknowledge that. I do. I acknowledge all of that. But he's still great. He's still great, and he's number 10. He starts this great list, and that's Floyd Money Mayweather. You know, 49-0. Again, I don't even know what record to give you.
50-0. They count.
All right. So 50-0. I don't want to take nothing away from Floyd. You can't take nothing away from him. He's just great.
Terence Crawford has shown great respect for Floyd Mayweather and has called him one of the best fighters of his generation. However, Crawford's own achievements, including becoming undisputed in multiple divisions, have led fans to compare their careers and debate where each fighter belongs in boxing history.
With your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't gonna.
Greg Hackett believes Crawford's size, versatility, and ability to adjust could make him the more complete fighter. However, he also gives Floyd major credit for his speed, experience, defense, and perfect record, which would make defeating him extremely difficult.
I give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great. To me, I could be wrong, but he didn't look so great to me because he was learning a lot about Madrimov while he was in there with Madrimov, opposed to Floyd Mayweather fighting Canelo, and we already know what this is. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally different styles, but I still got to give it to Mayweather. His confidence, his endurance, his speed, his ring generalship. You know what I mean?
Terence Crawford believes comparisons with Mayweather should not define his legacy. He respects Floyd's accomplishments but wants his own achievements to determine how he is remembered. Crawford believes his career should be judged by what he has accomplished inside the ring.
Did you in your head size up Floyd? You know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boy, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this, that. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never.
Towards after the 1-2 rounds, I started getting my rhythm, but I have to say, probably one of the best fights I've ever faced, honestly. And I've faced the likes of Canelo, and I was at boxing fights like him. Every fight I've lost previously was when I was up on points, and obviously Mav got caught with a good shot and got knocked out, whatever. But with Crawford, his timing was so on point. I mean, what a great fight he was, technician. And I'll always, look, I'm not a hater in any way. Look, even though the fight went the way it did, but I just think his timing was amazing, and just everything about the game planning he had for the fight. I mean, he's a brilliant fighter. You cannot take that away from him. And if he was to fight any welterweight, being Manny Pacquiao, being Errol Spence, being even Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has said that controlling his own career is one of the things that separates him from other fighters. He took control of both his boxing career and business decisions, choosing to build his own path instead of relying completely on the traditional promotional system.
Career and become my own boss. And when I was able to do that, because I talked about this on numerous different platforms, you know, how I bought myself out my contract for $750,000, and then I made $750 million in 3 fights. So I'm a little different from the rest of the fighters, you know. The less you get hit, the longer you last. So I didn't want to take too much punishment inside that square circle. If you see a lot of fighters, they can barely walk, they can barely talk, but still, you know, Floyd Mayweather has made smart moves, surrounded himself with a smart team, and I'm still making.
Mayweather believes his success goes beyond what he accomplished inside the ring. His undefeated record, worldwide brand, business decisions, and investments all played a major role in turning him into one of boxing's biggest stars.
Watch, you see certain things, you grow. And I truly, I wasn't where I wanted to be as far as with my career. I really wanted to be everywhere. I wanted the Mayweather brand to be all around the world, not just in the US or not just in a certain city. I wanted to be worldwide. You know, a lot of athletes, only thing, I mean, their careers are short. My career is long, and my career wasn't just inside that square circle. My real estate portfolio is unreal. Even with these gyms, we're going to constantly build, put people in position to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And we want people to come work out. And I talked about this with Robert Smith the other day. You know, when I text Robert and we talk, I said, you know, Robert, we both getting a lot of money. I don't have the money that you have, Of course, I'd have made over $1 billion, but health.
Andre Ward has defended Terence Crawford against comparisons that favor Mayweather automatically. Ward points to Crawford's technique, adjustments, and ability to break down elite opponents as reasons why Crawford deserves to be included in all-time great discussions.
One of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
My favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on, but because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room, or I come in the room, we start arguing. About basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So, skillful, yes. But this and this, it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talking. But until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy, you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you...
Andre Ward has been one of Crawford's strongest supporters. He believes Crawford's resume, dominance, and ability to adjust during fights are rare in modern boxing. After Crawford's dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr., Ward said Bud had done enough to be considered the best fighter of his era.
Great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there.
How special? You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people called me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years.
Bomac believes Terence Crawford has moved ahead of Floyd Mayweather as a fighter. He praises Crawford's defense, ring IQ, timing, switch hitting, and ability to change his style during a fight. Crawford's success across multiple weight classes is also presented as evidence of his greatness.
On this time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists, you know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Shane Mosley described Crawford as the more complete fighter because of his size, reach, switch-hitting ability, and versatility. He believes Crawford's ability to fight from both stances could create problems for Mayweather. However, Mosley still gives Floyd tremendous respect for his defense, ring IQ, and counterpunching.
We're saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford. Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Floyd Mayweather is clearly an all-time great, but he does not think Floyd would be unbeatable against every possible opponent. Jones explained that boxing often comes down to styles, and certain fighters with speed, pressure, timing, and adaptability could create problems for Mayweather.
A person doesn't stay undefeated that long, so I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So if Rocky died, if he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it?
Yeah.
You feel me? So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0.
Is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this 4-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept us different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part, and it was definitely a legacy fight, something he had told me he had been